This is a story of the Torrance family. This happy and simple family consists of Jack the father, Wendy the mother, and a child named Kenny. Kenny is a quiet child. He has an imaginary friend named Tony and a special power. On a sunny morning, Jack starts the day with his work in the office. Urman, the manager of the Overlook Hotel, wants to hire Jack as the caretaker of the remote hotel for 4 until 6 months during the winter. Everything seems okay at first, until Urman mentioned the story of Gilbert Grady.
So, Jack, is your family okay with this job? You will take care of and stay in the hotel for 4 to 6 months.
I think they will love it.
There, another thing we shall talk about is a story of the previous caretaker at the Overlook Hotel. His name is Delbert Grady. Living in a isolated place broke him. He killed his family with an axe, and then he shot the shotgun in his mouth. I think him being alcoholic was what caused all of this.
Uh, I stopped drinking a long time ago, and I will never hurt my family. And as far as my wife is concerned, she's confirmed ghost story and horror film addict.
Oh, I see. This is great. Then see you at the hotel for a briefing, Jack.
Alright, Mr. Ullman.
As Jack has accepted the new job, a few days later, Jack and his family travel to the hotel by car.
Good morning, Jack. I hope you haven't been waiting too long.
No problem. We had the time to grab a bite to eat.
Good. Glad you made it before they shut down the kitchen. Let's take a quick tour of your room and the rest of the overlook. So, what do you think?
I think it's great.
It's really gorgeous. This is probably the most magnificent hotel I've ever seen.
Oh, this old place had a glorious past. It was one of the most famous places. We've had 4 presidents who stayed here and lots of movie stars.
In the corridor, you see Danny talking aloud when suddenly he sees people of his age appearing and disappearing.
There I just see 2 cars passing by. Ah, well, never mind.
After showing the room when the family will stay, Pullman leads them to the kitchen and there they meet the Halloran the head chef. Oh god, is this the kitchen? It's so big!
Yeah, this is it. How do you like it, Jenny? Is it big enough for you?
Yeah, this is the biggest place I have ever seen.
And next is the freezer. It's the place where we keep our food like meat. Do you like lamb, Tuck?
Yes,
Excuse me, how did you know we call Danny Duck?
Pardon?
Danny! We call him Duck sometimes, like in Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Well, anyway, he looks like a duck, doesn't he?
After Halloran shows the kitchen, he excuses himself to go outside. After Halloran goes outside, suddenly Danny follows the voice inside his head to go outside.
Boy, I know it. You are shining.
what is shining?
Well, you can think of shining as someone with strong power like us. We can communicate with other shining. We can see what normal people couldn't see. Of all the shining people that I have met, you shine the hardest. Does anyone know your power?
Only you and Tony?
Who is Tony?
There is a little boy who lives in my mall.
Did Tony tell you anything about this place?
Yes, he told me not to go this hotel, especially room 217.
Yes, you should listen to him, especially in room 217. Never enter that place. Well, time is up, Jenny. Goodbye.
Bye, Mr. Halloran.
After Urman and Halloran leave, the family are left alone in the hotel. 1 month passes by. Danny and Wendy are playing in the lift. They look like They are having fun while Jack is stressed with his work in the office. Get all written today?
Yes. Wendy, let me explain something to you. Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. I feel distracted.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Fine. Let's settle some rule first. Whenever I'm working here, that means don't go in here. Now, do you think you can handle that?
Yes, Jack.
How about you start it now then?
Okay. At night, they find Danny locked himself in the bedroom. Danny, open the door!
Don't make me break the lock, Danny.
Suddenly, the door opens and they find Danny in the middle of bathtub speaking strangely.
Right here? Sure, right one.
Wake up, Danny!
Mom, Dad, what are you doing here?
Wendy, I think I'm a little talk with Danny. You go to bed.
What's wrong, Dad?
Danny, why do you lock yourself in the bedroom?
Tony tell me to do that. He says you would hurt Mommy and me.
Oh, Danny, I will never do that. I love you the most in the entire world. Nah, your mother too. Hmm, are you sleepy?
Yes, Dad, I'm sleepy.
Well then, let's go to sleep so we can forget this thing.
1 month passes by. Danny is riding a bicycle in the west hallway when he suddenly stops at room 217. Suddenly, the door is open and two ghostly girls appear.
Come and play with us, Danny. Forever.
Feeling scared, Danny goes to room 217. In that place, he meets a naked lady, strangers him, telling him to die. Meanwhile, we see Jake is in the office writing his novel, and suddenly he hears a voice inside his head to kill his entire family.
Kill them. You have to kill them. Because this man killed the thing he loved. Because they all be conspiring against you. Trying to hold you back and drag you down. Right now that boy of yours is trespassing. That's what he's doing. He's a goddamn little pup. Can him within an inch of his life.
Jack! Jack! Wake up!
Wendy, is that you?
Yes, it's me. What's wrong, Jack? What happened?
I had a bad dream. In that dream, I heard a voice telling me to kill both of you. And I did. I chopped both of you into a bit of pieces.
Everything will be alright, Jack. Come on, and let's get out of the office.
After they get out of the office, they see Danny is in the lobby searching his own thumb, and at his neck there's a hand mark that indicates he's been choked.
Jack, how could you do this to Danny?
It wasn't me.
Then Wendy and Danny go to their bedroom, locking it and leaving Jake alone. Jake now goes into the bar and starts hallucinating. He hallucinates that he is with the bartender and having a drink.
That woman, she's to blame for Danny, not me. I'm the innocent one. I will never lay my hand on that little one. It's just one time, and that child ruined my entire career. He stomped all my paper and poured ink on them. It's just an accident. I put little pressure on his hand to stop him. And that was a long time ago. Why can't she just forget it?
Woman, can't live with them. Can't live without them. Just kill them, Jack. And then you will obtain peace.
After the incident happened, the family has never been the same. Jake starts hallucinating more, becoming crazier, but he holds on. Meanwhile, Wendy and Danny start distancing themselves from Jake. And then one night, Tony is using Danny's body to write on the door. Red drum, red drum, red drum.
What happened, darling?
Red rum, red rum, red rum.
Oh, Danny, what is red rum?
While Wendy is hugging Jenny, the word red rum is reflected by the mirror. It says, murder, murder, murder. In the morning, the family is in the kitchen. They are preparing food for breakfast.
Hey, Danny, can you tell me what happened yesterday?
I don't know, I cannot remember.
Try to remember it, son. We are here for you.
It has something to do with me shining.
What is signing?
It's being able to understand things, to know things. Sometimes you see things, like Mr. Halloran knows you call me talk.
You're not making this up, right, Danny?
No, I swear to God.
Alright, we will believe you.
After listening to Danny's story, Jack investigates the place. He finds out that this hotel is crazier than it seems. He looks more stressed and starts hallucinating more. At the bar, he imagines himself at a party, a mass party, and all of the guests seem so happy.
Kill your entire family. Be mortal like us, Jack. You don't need to suffer anymore.
In the morning, Wendy is entering the office to give Jack his breakfast, but she sees something strange. The paper that Jack wrote only contained the same sentence written over and over again. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Oh, Jack,
What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to come in here while I work?
what did you do? Look at all this nonsense.
Do you like the story I wrote?
What are you talking about?
Are you concerned about Danny?
Of course I am.
Of course you are. But what about me? Have you ever thought about my responsibilities? If I were to fail to live up to my responsibilities, has it ever occurred to you?
Stay away from me. Don't hurt me and Danny.
You never loved me, didn't you? I'll fix you. I'll show you who's the boss around here.
And then Jack chokes Wendy's neck. Pure panic takes over her. But suddenly, Danny appears and grabs his father's leg, making him fall. Wendy then takes this as an opportunity to hit his husband's head, making him unconscious.
What happened to you, Jack?
Is that okay?
I don't know, Danny, but he is not Jack we love anymore. Come help me, Danny. We need to put him somewhere he can hurt us.
I think we can put Daddy in the food storage so he doesn't get hungry.
Great idea, Danny.
At night, Danny sees a vision Jack breaks free from the storage and is coming for them. So he uses his power to shine to ask Halloran for help.
Halloran, why so much?
After waking up, Jack sees that he is locked in the food storage, and the strange voice inside his head starts talking again.
Bring them to us, Jack, and we shall let you out. Bring us their corpses, and we will let you out.
I'll bring them. I swear. I'll bring you their corpses. As long as I can get out to get my revenge.
Okay, Jack, keep us your promises. Remember your word.
Thank you. I will.
The door then clicks and the door opens itself. Meanwhile, Halloran is about to board a plane and stops. After listening to Danny's cries inside his head, he hurriedly goes to the hotel. Hello, Cotrail. Yes, I need to rent one of your snowcats. It's urgent. All right, thank you. In the bedroom, Wendy hears Jack breaking the door with an axe. Wendy then carries Danny into the bedroom, locking it, and then she opens the small window. She lifts Danny up and pushes him out of the window.
Wendy, I'm home. Come out wherever you are. Oh, the bedroom. Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair on your chinny chin. Then I'll huff. and I'll blow your house.
Feeling scared, Wendy tried to find stuff to defend herself. With luck, there's a knife in the cabinet. Jake keeps swinging his axe at the door and smashes the door.
Here's Johnny.
No! Stop it! Stop it now!
As Jake makes a hole for his hand to open the door from inside, Wendy swings her knife at Jake's hand, making him bleed and scream. Suddenly, everyone hears Halloran's voice from the hall of the hotel. Hello? Is anyone here? Wendy? Jenny? Jake? Are you guys there? Hearing Halloran's voice, Jake decided to kill him. He swings the axe at Halloran, making Halloran open his mouth wide and fall unconscious. Jenny, who is actually in the hall, surprised, then he starts screaming, making Jake aware of his location. Jake then starts chasing Jenny. Jenny runs into the maze. Wendy then comes out of the bedroom into the hall, where she finds Halloran's body.
Thanks, God. He's still breathing.
She then takes Halloran's body outside of the hotel and finds his snow cat. He puts him into the snow cat and leaves, trying to find Jenny. At the maze, Jenny is cuffed by Jake.
Now you find out who's the boss around here. You'll see. It's not you what I want. It's me. Me.
You're not my daddy. You're a mouse, just a false face.
You shouldn't speak that way to your father. You only make things worse for yourself.
As they talk, Jenny asks Tony for help inside his head, but Tony only says, "You will remember what your father forgot."
Anything else to say? Are you sure you wouldn't like to run a game of text, perhaps? All we have is time, you know, an eternity of time. Or shall we end it? Might as well. After all, we're missing the party.
The boiler! It hasn't been done since this morning. It's going to explode.
Oh no.
Realizing the boiler will explode, Jack realizes Jenny and tries to find a way out the maze. Jenny then begins running away from Jack. Since Jenny is a clever boy, he starts to backtrack the step he makes and erase the step in the snow, making the bleeding Jack unable to get out of the maze. When Jenny is out of the maze, he sees his mom searching for him.
Danny! Where are you? Danny! Come here! Mommy! Let's get out of this place! As they drive away from the hotel, Halloran opened his eyes. He sees the overlook hotel explode into pieces and for Jack, because of the bleeding and temperature, he freezes to death. 2 years later, Halloran and Jenny's connection of their shining has continued even though their adventure is over. Danny and Halloran now have a lasting connection much like family. Danny and Wendy are healing both physically and mentally after their winter at the Overlook.
The world is a hard place, Jenny. The world doesn't care about us. The world doesn't love you. But your mom does, and so do I. You are a good boy. You grieve for your daddy. That's what a good son has to do. That's your job in this hard world, to keep your love alive and see that you get on. No matter what, pull your act together and just go on.